Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little bit different from what I normally do. I know I do a lot of sit downs like this, but this is going to be a review of a TV show. It's not a new TV show, it's an older TV show. In fact, it went off the air 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. But I watched episodes before, but I never watched the whole thing before. And I sat down and I watched it, and this is my review of The Secret Life of the American Teenager. Now, I am not a teenager. I was not a teenager when this show originally aired, but I have been a teenager, and I've been a teen mom, which is kind of the center theme of the show. So, my cat's being really, really weird over there. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, that's the theme of the show. It's about a teenage mom, although I was 17 when I had my daughter, and she's 15 when she has her son. There are, I guess, some similarities, So, if you don't know what it's about this 15-year-old girl named Amy Jurgens who goes to band camp and sleeps with this 16-year-old boy named Ricky Underwood. And they end up in the same high school, and Ricky's he comes from a very troubled background. He's a foster child who was abused by his father, and his mother is a substance abuse user, so he ends up being adopted by his foster family. Amy comes from a nuclear family, mom, dad, and a sister, but you don't know this at the beginning, but the dad was cheating on the mom with Ricky's girlfriend Adrian's mom, and it's kind of confusing. But Amy finds out in the very beginning of the first episode, before the opening credits even roll, that she is pregnant. She got pregnant at band camp going into her freshman year. She plays the French horn, which I only started watching because she plays the French horn, and I love How I Met Your Mother and the Blue French horn. It's this whole thing. So anyway, and there's another character, Ben. He ends up becoming Amy's boyfriend and later Adrian's husband. And there's Grace, who is the daughter of a doctor and Amy's dad's first wife's daughter. It's very complicated, but everyone is connected as they are in these shows. Ben has two best friends, Alice and Henry, who I love. I think that they are so cute. Anyway, let's start with how everyone on the show is connected in a really weird way. I guess in real life it's possible that someone might be at the same school as their parents' first spouse's child who's not, they're not related, though. Does that make sense? I hope. I guess it's plausible. Anything, I guess, is possible, right? Although it's never happened to anyone I know. So, but that's kind of whatever, scenario number one. Another scenario is that, I don't know about your high school, but at my high school, kids did not talk about sex 24/7. There's one episode, in less than 2 minutes, they said the word sex 8 times. Why? Why do you need to say that word 8 times in 2 minutes? I cannot think of an instance to why. And no one talks to their parents about sex that way, and no one talks to their kids about it that way either. And I'd like to say that it's good that parents and kids talk about it, because obviously, yes, it is good, and you should talk to your children about it, but no one tells their mother the minute they have sex, and no one's boyfriend tells their girlfriend's mom the minute they have sex. And so that's, the second thing that it's not gonna happen. Especially whenever you realize that the creator of this show was also the creator of Seventh Heaven, and in that show they never talked about sex, at all. But anyway, another thing about the show that I just found really, really hard was I've seen a lot of these people on this show and other things, and they can act. They're decent actors. Shailene Woodley, she actually was the main character in the Divergent movies. I've only seen one of them. I one of the books too. I didn't like the books very much, but she's really good in that, and she's really good in A Fault in Our Stars. So I know she can act. Molly Ringwald plays her mom. Molly Ringwald was like 80s teen royalty. So I know she can act. She's in one of my favorite movies, The Breakfast Club. And the funny thing that I like about the show is that they do kind of give a nod to her past, saying that no one remembered her 16th birthday. And if you've seen 16 Candles, you get that joke. Even if you haven't, you can like look it up. It's pretty funny. But anyway, on this show, for some reason, they can't act. Like, they can't act. It seems like the script given to them at the top said, act this poorly, because it's bad. It's really, really bad acting. And it doesn't really ever get better. I mean, my husband and I last night, we watched the series finale, and at the very end, when Amy and Ricky are having that fight and choosing what to do with their future, which, spoiler alert, they were going to get married, and then Amy gets into school in New York and decides, maybe I don't want to be a mom and a wife, even though I've been engaged for a year and I have a 3-year-old son. I mean, that happens sometimes in life. Obviously, it happens, but, I mean, anyway, this fight that they have at the very end, and it's not really it's a fight, but it's more like it's been building to this over time. That's like the best acted scene, that, and I think it's in season 3 where Adrian, who is Ricky's ex-girlfriend, and Ben, who is Amy's ex-boyfriend, they have a one-night stand, and she ends up pregnant, and they get married. But sadly, I think at like 36 weeks, she says she has 4 weeks left. So yeah, 36 weeks, they tragically end up miscarrying the baby. Well, not miscarrying, she gives birth to a stillborn baby girl. And that is the first time you see any real acting on the show, any real emotion. And as someone who suffered 3 miscarriages, my heart went out to her, and I felt for her and for Ben as well. I did that episode, and the 2 or 3 after are the best acted episodes. Like, the acting is really good, the writing is really good. You can tell they actually put thought into that. And again, at the very end, right before the series ends, and Molly Ringwald, the whole time, she's acting like she can't act. Like, she has no idea what she's doing. And I actually went back and watched part of The Breakfast Club just to like make sure that I'm not crazy. She can act. Like, she's a really good actress. So I don't know what's wrong with her in this show, but she sucks in it. And her character actually ends up being a lesbian. So there's that too. But anyway, this is a review of the show, and I feel like I've kind of gotten off of the topic. So, review as far as relatability. I mean, I guess if you're a teen parent, you're obviously going to see similarities between yourself and the characters on the show, but honestly, the only thing I ever really saw mirrored between myself and happened on the show is that I had an unplanned pregnancy in high school. That's really about it. And like I said, the acting is subpar. It's bad. The writing, I can see where they were going, but they didn't quite land on it. I did like that they showed interracial couples, because that's not something that you see a lot of, but it almost felt like it was too, I don't want to say too much, because that makes it sound like use it the wrong kind of message, I guess. It was too much to be believable. I myself, I mean, I am Caucasian and my husband is Mexican. We are technically an interracial couple. And a lot of people in my family are as well. My cousin just got married, and she obviously is Caucasian, and her husband is Mexican. But this is like it seems like hardly anyone was dating anyone of their own ethnicity, which is unrealistic, because my in-laws are Hispanic, like I said, and they all have partners that are the same ethnicity as them. So that was a little bit too unbelievable for me, anyway. All in all, I have to say that if you want to watch a show that you can mock, this is a good show to watch, but I wouldn't take it too seriously. After all, it is a TV show. And the best thing about this show, other than the fact that it's over, and the couple of believable moments that they had, was that I was a fan of Seventh Heaven when I was younger, although I think I should go back and watch it because maybe that show was poorly acted too. But a couple of characters, not characters, a couple of actors, about a handful of actors that were on that show are on this. Beverly Mitchell, who I love, she plays the school counselor, and there's this one scene where her and Mackenzie Rossman, they played sisters on Seventh Heaven. They see each other in the hall, and they both kind of do like a side glance at each other. That's kind of funny, because Mackenzie Rossman's playing kind of a slutty character. But anyway, this is my review. You may agree, you may disagree, you may have loved the things that I hated and hated the things that I loved. That's up to you. I know it was kind of like all over the place, but I wanted to get this video done while it's fresh and in my head. But I mean, I'd give it maybe 2 out of 5 stars. So yeah, that's my review of The Secret Life of the American Teenager. My biggest complaint, though, seriously, of the whole show, besides the acting, is no one talks about sex that much. No one. Oh, favorite character of the whole series, besides Alice and Henry, who are minor characters, is another semi-minor character, and that's Ben's dad, Leo. I loved him. He was hilarious and sweet and kind, and like, he was perfect. I really love Leo. He is the best character on the show, and to me, he, in a lot of ways, was the most believable character. I mean, he was tough on his son when needed. He was loving to his son. He was supportive. He was amazing. I loved that character. And my least favorite character, I have to say, yeah, was Amy. She sucked. Amy totally sucked. She was rude and unappreciative, and people think that I'm gonna have sympathy for her because she was a teen mom, but I have no sympathy for her because of her actions. I mean, yeah, she tried, I guess, kind of, but more often than not, she just whined about it. And why whine about your situation? Make the best of it. Make the most of it. That's what others in the situation do. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now, because if not, I will go on another rant, and this video is already 13 minutes long. I'm still working on those Knots videos. We're having some technical difficulties with my editing program, which is why it's on my phone. It's gonna be a one-shot because, again, it's on my phone. And my laptop's being screwy. I don't know what's wrong with it. My husband's, it's a mess. Let's put it that way, it's a mess. But as soon as it's fixed, I will have those Knots videos. I have 3 Knots videos I have, and I think I might just go ahead and upload the raw footage of, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and upload it, and then you'll see what it is. And if I do upload it, it'll be the video right after this one, and trust me, you'll be able to recognize it. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video now. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.